Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the info session today. Hi,
Thank you, Mara.
Milagros.
Hello,
Hi, Beatriz.
everybody.
Hi, Ronnie, Janine. We had a little issue with the Zoom link, so I hope you receive, well, if you are here, it's because you received the Zoom link correctly. But let's see if more people can join us. The session is also recorded, so if somebody cannot make it live, we will send the recording over. And yes, so my name is Sonia Cruz. I'm the head of allies at the Transformational Travel Council. And today I want to introduce you about who we are, what we do, and the ways you can work with us or we can collaborate together. I would like the session, I love these sessions to be interactive. So if you can have your camera on, it would be great. I will also encourage you to introduce yourself because I think this is, I see Janine. Hi, good to see you. Let me, Charlotte, Ellie is joining as well. So I think this is a perfect opportunity to introduce ourselves and get to know more people that are in the space of transformational travel, that they share the same passion that we do. And yeah, in that, you feel free as well if you want to share in the chat your contact details, if you want to share your LinkedIn profile, your email, website, so we can you can connect after the call and feel free to grab a virtual coffee and maybe continue this conversation. Yeah, if somebody you cannot talk, it's fine. You can use the chat as well. Let me see. Okay, who we are here? Ellie, Beatriz, Ronnie, Charlotte, Rhonda. Welcome, everyone. So as I was saying, my name is Sonia. I'm the head of allies at the TTC, and I would love this session. Before I get started, we get to know each other. So if you, I will call your name, and if you can, otherwise put it in the chat. Give me like 20 seconds of who you are, your name, where you are in the world. You want to tell us what do you do, right? And what do you know about the TTC, or what do you know about transformational travel? So I know what I can explain, or I'm going to make sure you leave today getting the information that you really came here to get. So I'm going to start with Milagros, if you want to tell me a bit of who you are, and then I will go to Janine.
Hi everybody. Well, my name is Milagros. You can say Mili. It's like the short name for Milagros. I'm based in Chile. I'm originally from Argentina, but I'm living in Chile for 15 years. And I represent 3 properties here in northern Patagonia, in a winery, and well, 2 of them in northern Patagonia. And have been involved in the last year in regeneration projects regarding, while some of the hotels are very involved in that area, and I would like to learn more and to know more about the transformational experience. So yeah, just I have receiving your emails every week, and it is always very interesting. So, well, when I found this opportunity to participate in this and know more about you and the trainings and all the offers you have, well, I will be very happy to learn about.
Thank you, Milagros. Thanks for being here. And actually, I am in a hotel room because I'm flying to Chile tomorrow morning.
Really?
Yes, I will be in the Travel Fest in Araucanía. So if you are nearby, come and say hello. It's going to be a beautiful event there of 4 days.
That is the one where Pablo Luna, and is it in Puerto Varas?
This one is in Temuco. Sorry, Pucón.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, if you are nearby, come and say hello. Actually, the event is happening 12, 13, and 14 of November. So I go to a farm trip before, and then we will be in the trip. So we can connect
What is the
after.
name of the event?
Travel Fest, Araucanía Travel Fest, I think is the name. But
Mm-hmm.
I will reach out after. If you leave your details,
Okay,
I will
yes,
connect.
please.
Yeah,
Perhaps we can meet.
see.
I live in Santiago, so perhaps we can meet here.
Perfect. Okay, Milagros.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank
Thanks
you.
for being here.
Bye.
let's hear from Janine and then Caroline.
Hi, I am Janine. I am a new independent travel advisor based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I actually come from a religious background, and so transformational travel is something that the church does fairly well and fairly easily. And I just wanted to utilize my skills. I've done large group travel and all of that stuff, but wanting to make those offerings more available to people who might not be willing to connect to a church or might not want to go into that environment. But the beauty of transformational travel and what it can do in the human heart is just beautiful. And so I really wanted my travel business to be rooted in transformational travel. And so a simple Google search gets me to you. And so when this was an offering, I just signed up. So that's where I'm at.
That's so sweet. Thanks for sharing, Janine. Yes, we were going to talk about this deeper today. Okay, thank you. Let's hear from Caroline,
yes.
And then
right.
Beatriz.
Hi, Caroline. My name is Caroline. I have a background in theatre and leadership development. So using theatre and the arts as a way to develop leadership, personal leadership, but also within a corporate context. Very, very aligned with notions of spirituality, because I believe the arts absolutely, unlock that deeper part of who we are. And we have a property in Southwest France overlooking the Pyrenees, where we are looking to develop more, retreats, individual retreats, small group retreats, corporate retreats, leveraging the background in theatre and the arts for personal and social transformation. I do a lot of work also on bigger scale transformations, personal leadership and its impact into social impact as well.
Wow, I love this combination of the theater and the travel. Actually, we have an upcoming event next week with one of our members who is talking about how to design experiences of awe, and she uses theater, so parts of theater and playing. So yeah, I love the concept. Thank you very much, Caroline. Okay, Beatriz, and then Ronnie. I see you put it in the chat. I will read Ronnie. Let's hear from Beatriz.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. I'm Beatrice. I'm from Italy, and on a professional point of view, I'm a manager and have been working for kind of more than 25 years. I'm a marketing manager working in an electronic sector, but most of all, I'm really passionate about travels, and that is my greatest passion. And I am at a stage in my life where I would like to make a job out of my passion. So I'm just trying to understand how this sector works, and if there is room for initiatives, activities, and so on. And Google searching, I landed to your site also because I'm a strong believer in the transformational power of traveling. So when I found your site, I was, oh my gosh, I'm not alone.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, I'm not alone, and I'm happy to see that many of us share the same idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Beatriz. It's very, very good that you found us and that you are here. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, so I'm going to read Ronnie's introduction because he said he cannot talk, and then we will hear from Charlotte. So Ronnie says, I run Travel Unity, a 501 nonprofit NGO focused on making travel welcoming to people of all backgrounds and identities. And it's based, he's based in New York. Okay, thank you very much. Let's hear from Charlotte and then Rhonda. Charlotte, are you there? If you don't have camera, I don't know if you're there. So if you cannot hear, you're in a place you cannot talk. Okay, so feel free to put it in the chat and I will read it for you. No problem. Hi, Suzanne. Welcome.
Thank you, Sonia.
Introducing ourselves. So I'm gonna let Rhonda introduce herself and then I will come to you, Suzanne. So,
Okay.
Rhonda, are you there? Okay, so maybe she's also in listening mode. Charlotte says she's a travel advisor affiliated with Virtuoso, based in North Carolina. Thank you, Charlotte. Okay, so Rhonda, same thing. If you can hear and you cannot talk, maybe you can put it in the chat and we will love to know more about you. And yes, Suzanne, if you can tell us very briefly who you are, where are you based, what do you do, and also what do you expect to get from this session today, so I can make sure you get out of this session, satisfied.
Sure. I'm Suzanne Frew, and I am based in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I'm a consultant that works in community risk resilience, and I'm very interested in the play, and I do cross-cultural. I specialize in cross-cultural. So I'm interested in that intersection between the travel and the cross-cultural and educational, and that's what I do. Sorry, I didn't hear anybody else's introduction. I just ran up a hill. So.
No worries. I'm recording the session, so if you want
Okay.
to catch up after with everybody's introduction,
thank you.
You will
Okay,
have the
good.
opportunity as well. And we had some issue with the Zoom link earlier today, so I hope you didn't get very confused with the emails. So maybe more people will need to catch the replay if they cannot make it live. Okay, so I saw Jaime is joining. We are just about to start. Jaime, if you want to briefly introduce yourself, and then I will start sharing my screen and we will start with the presentation. So if you can hear me, Jaime, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Otherwise, you can put your introduction in the chat. Okay, I don't see. Yes, Jaime. Hi. You there? I see you are muted yourself, but. Hello, Jaime? Maybe James? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Okay, so I don't see. I cannot hear you. So maybe you can put it in the chat. You introduce yourself in the chat. Okay, didn't forget anybody, right? So I'm gonna share my screen and let's start with the presentation. So, okay, so now let me see how I can do that because I only have one screen today. Can you see the screen, the presentation? Like, yeah, great. Perfect. So here we are. Good. Okay, so welcome to the info session. Today we are going to talk about the TTC, the Transformational Travel Council. My name is Sonia. My role in the company is I'm the head of Allies. Allies are the members of our community. I will talk about our community at the end of the presentation. But who we are at the TTC. So we are the global leader in transformational travel. So we are here to build a community of members and also deliver education. So within the umbrella of transformational travel, we provide community and education to help harness the power of travel to regenerate, transform, and increase this human connection that we want and that we change the world. Our story started in 2016. So it started with a small group of gurus of travel in the World Travel Summit, Adventure World Travel Summit in 2016. And just a few months after, the concept of transformational travel was already in the magazine Vogue as a trend for 2017, which is something we are very proud of, that we are leading the industry to what we believe is the future of travel, or mostly already the present of travel. So our vision, sorry, I'm letting people in. Our vision is a travel that raises the collective consciousness of humankind. So we believe travel to be a tool, a vehicle of elevating the collective consciousness. And our mission is to educate and advance tourism, to travel professionals, travelers and communities about values like self-awareness, mutual respect, social and biodiversity, and especially to inspire them to take meaningful action in their lives. So this is important because if we are talking about transformation, and the word transformation is actually change, lasting change. Some people get scared about the word transformation. Is like something very big. Sometimes it can be a small tweak in your habits or in your routine that over time will make completely difference. So it actually we mean lasting change, not just a temporary one, lasting change. Our core value is renewal, to restore, reinvigorate, and refresh. And we believe in returning to the ideal true state, the authentic self, to reconnect with who we are authentically. And this requires intention, as I mentioned, is a part, very important part of transformational travel. The intention, the reflection, the introspection, and the implementing the learnings after, the action, okay? So what is the problem that we were trying to solve with this new concept, the transformational travel? So we know that tourism is in an existential crisis, right? So we are dealing with systemic issues that we are all very aware of. The industry is struggling with the over-tourism because, you know, travel is more affordable, more accessible than ever before in history. And that's a good thing, right? So if we think about 10, 20, 30, 50 years ago, people were not traveling as much as we do nowadays with a click of, you know, a mouse, just internet, we book hotels, we book flights, and the low-cost airlines. It's very easy and accessible. And this is positive, but at the same time, it's also these problems that come as a consequence, the over-tourism, the degeneration of communities, climate crisis, etc. Plus, people are distracted and disconnected more than ever before in history. So perhaps we are more connected than ever before with technology, right? So we have the internet, we have all these, devices that we are very connected, but more disconnected than ever before with ourselves, who we are, what we want. So people think that travel, and this is an intuition that is, correct, to have this time away to focus on themselves, away from the distractions and the noise and the daily, routine. But the problem is that, yes, they search this clarity or connection through travel, but it's difficult to achieve and especially to sustain. So travel has become entitled, empty, superficial. So what do we do from here? What is the solution that we suggest or we help to provide? So we believe the solution is a more mindful approach to travel, traveling more consciously, going deeper and slower, that this will change the person, and as a ripple effect, it will change communities, societies, and the world, the whole planet, one traveler at a time, right? And yes, when the relationship with ourselves changes, because we believe this is the first thing that needs to happen, real change can only come from within. So how the person can explore the world, but at the same time explore themselves with this beautiful catalyst that is travel for self-discovery. And then as a consequence, as a ripple effect, changing all the relationships around them and as, the society, the communities, and the world. So deeper way of experiencing travel, deeper rather than superficial. And this leads to a more conscious way of experiencing life as well. Because at the end, it's not only about travel. Travel is the vehicle, but we want to change lives as a result of that. So the definition of transformational travel is intentionally traveling to stretch, learn, and grow into new ways of being and engaging with the world. So the word intention is very important. So it needs to be intentional. And this is something that needs to happen, setting these intentions before the trip. So the trip, the journey starts well before the trip starts. And then the intention is to stretch, learn, grow, right? This personal spiritual development, new ways of being and engaging with the world. And then there is this action plan that we said earlier that we implement with the learnings to our lives. So it's not about the kind of travel, it's about the result of travel. And as I said, change comes from within. Real change can only come from within. That's why we start with ourselves. So we are thinking or looking for a paradigm shift from a mindless traveler to a mindful traveler, from, rushed, consumptive, extractive, to the slow, open, present, regenerative, from mindless tourism to mindful tourism, from the empty, entitled, to a more ecological, ethical, empathetic way of travel. So, but what's the problem with change? Because maybe you say, yes, I agree with all that, but change is not easy, right? And it's not only travel that will have this difficulty with change. It's actually change there is a natural resistance to change in humankind. So if we look at other ways, if you think about anything you wanted to change in your life or in your behavior or in your habits, quit smoking, maintain weight loss, New Year resolution, fitness goals, how many people join the gym in January and then in February they don't go anymore, right? So it's difficult to implement change. The failure rate can be as high as 90%. So travel professionals, they are interested in transformation for their culture and their customers, but they need to provide an effective context and tools to facilitate this behavior change. And travelers themselves, they seek this transformation, but especially the act of sustaining the change can be very difficult. So how many people, maybe they feel stressed or burnout, and they take a break and they go away and they have this beautiful retreat and spa and they feel rejuvenated and the batteries are charged, but then go back home and they change nothing. Sooner than later, the routine, the behavior, again, they will put them again in this pattern of stress, burnout, etc. So how we sustain these changes as well. Otherwise, it can feel disappointing outcomes and dissatisfaction. So here, I want to introduce the transformation economy, because I don't know if you ever read this article that was published 2 years ago called The New You Business by Joseph Pine. So actually, Joseph Pine has a book called The Experience Economy, and he wrote this book in 1999. So this is 25 years ago. And now he says that we are actually one step farther than that. We are not in the experience economy anymore. We are in the transformation economy. And he's actually in this moment writing a book that is going to be about the transformation economy. We expect it's going to be published in 2025 next year. But basically, he explains this much better than me, so you can research online. He has also a YouTube video of, I think it's 1 hour long approximately, where he explains all about the transformation economy. But in this case, he uses an example of the coffee industry. And this is for every industry, but he uses the example of the coffee. So the coffee industry in his basic level is coffee beans, right? These are the commodities. So coffee beans, in 1 cup of coffee, there is a value of coffee beans like 2 cents, 3 cents of dollar. But if we take these coffee beans and we roast them and we, put them in package and we put them in the supermarket, so then we deliver goods, and these goods, people will be able to pay maybe 10, 15 cents for a cup of coffee. But then we go to a coffee shop, and then this coffee, they brew this coffee for us, and they serve this coffee for us to enjoy. So people then, they are paying for the service like $2, $3, right? But then in the next level, which is the experience, where we were 25 years ago, or started this phase 25 years ago, there are companies like Starbucks, for example, that they offer more than a service. They offer an experience. Nespresso is another example. These coffee machines that you have at home, and it's not just a coffee that you put in the fire, and it's like an experience. The design, the colors, even the little capsules of coffee. All this is an experience. So people, they go to Starbucks and they pay like $3, $4 or more, right, for the same cup of coffee that has 2 cents of value in coffee beans. So with this example, we put it in the industry of travel. So which means is people, they are not looking for experiences alone anymore. They want something else. They want to come back different. They don't want to come back indifferent. They want the place. They want to connect with the soul of the place. And actually the place, it needs to impact them in a way that they come back different. So it's like before and after the trip. So they're looking about this transformation, and this is where we are. So the market is ready. People are asking for this. So I don't know if some of you are familiar with Maslow pyramid of needs. So the top level, the auto-realization, is actually what we are talking about. So basically people, start with the basic needs like food and shelter. And as these basic needs are covered, they go for higher and higher needs. So the top of the pyramid is the auto-realization, is the transformation. I see some questions in the chat, so let me see. Okay, yes, the transformation economy, the video. Thank you for sharing here, Caroline. Okay, you're a Pete, Suzanne. Good. Yeah, appropriate example. Okay, good. So yes, thank you guys for sharing this. Yes, exactly. So here we are, right? We are in the transformation economy already. So because I know, and many people out there promise transformation. Transformation is something that they cannot be promised, first of all, because the traveler have to do their part as well. Okay, so we can, as travel professionals, we can do our part, like facilitating and enabling all this, designing the experience and all this that we can provide. But then it's up to the traveler to do their part, right? So nobody can change anybody else. And there is lots of transformation washing out there as well. So in the TTC, our foundation is a very rigorously designed foundational framework. And you have it here now in the screen, but it's based in positive psychology, mythology, neuroscience, deep ecology, spiritual transcendence. And maybe you recognize this circle because we are based on the hero's journey from Joseph Campbell, which explains why people change as a result of adventure experiences. I'm sure if you haven't heard about the hero's journey, I'm sure you saw movies or read books about it, because it's a typical, the hero or heroine that leaves home, leaves the familiarity and the routine to embark in an adventure, to step in the unknown. And then all sorts of things happen. They meet friends and allies. They also have challenges and overcoming some enemies. And eventually, they come back transformed, they come back different, sometimes with a gift, that they bring home and they share with their family and friends. So this is the circle, right, that goes like clockwise. And what we do is we start with where I am and then why I travel. So where the person is, where the person expects or wants from travel, and then the preparation, how I go and how I return. So there is a before, during, and after that needs to happen. As I said, when the trip finishes, it's not the end of the journey. There is some work to do, some plan of action to implement after. So basically, we explain all that in detail in our courses, in our events, in our book. If you know the Transformational Travel Journal, we also explain these concepts. So basically, we help with this to make this transformation, which most of the times, from our experience, is from reducing. This is what people are looking for: reducing stress, burnout, depression, anxiety, confusion, disorientation, distraction, addictions, etc. And they want to boost self-awareness, self-confidence, consciousness, understanding, sense of belonging. Sometimes looking for answers to big questions that they cannot find at home, looking for meaning or purpose, etc. So basically, the 3Ds are the place where usually our travelers who are looking for transformational travel experiences are going through one of these 3Ds, which is disruption, discomfort, and desire. Okay, so disruption, it could be like a transition, life or career transition. Think about people who, going through divorce or finishing a relationship or maybe approaching retirement, or sometimes it's starting to a significant age, like maybe 40, 50, 60. So moments that finishing a phase of their life, like a chapter, and starting a new chapter. Yes. Sometimes it's discomfort, so nothing changed necessarily in their life, but something is off, something is not well. They know that they have to. It needs to be uncomfortable enough for them to, as I said, change is not easy. So sometimes, unless we are kind of forced by life, we don't face as human beings change. So it needs to be some discomfort there. But then the last one is desire. So this person is actually a person who is wired to always grow and learn and go for the best version of themselves. So there is nothing wrong, but they want to be better. They want to improve. They are always in this lifestyle. It's like a lifestyle, a mindset of always learning, growing, putting themselves out of the comfort zone is the way of life, the way of living. So they look at travel for this when they are going through any of these situations. These are like the catalysts, right? So you can see catalysts, life milestones, life crossroads, new relationships, maybe looking for purpose, they're in career change or between careers. And then travel helps them to see different, because when you step away from your familiarity, you kind of see your life from another perspective. You see life from outside, right? So you have a new point of view. You meet people that give you other points of ways of seeing life, and you see there is no right or wrong. It's just different, right? Better understanding of yourself in comparison with other people and other cultures, better understanding of the world. So then you do different, because you see different, you do different. And then when you see different and do things different, you become a different person. And this is where these results, the personal growth, the clarity, the confidence, the courage comes. So as I mentioned, ways of working together. We have the allyship community. So I host these sessions. I'm the contact point for our members in the TTC. So basically, we are building a community of travel professionals, and there are people who are not specifically in travel as well. Some people are in the healing or personal development. We have life coaches, for example, that sometimes they do retreats, Somehow travel is there, but we have people from the music industry. So it can be anything, because eventually it's a transformation that the client go through. So this is a membership community. So with your support, we will do, I will explain now where our, where the profit goes from the TTC, but you will have in exchange market visibility when you become a member. We have your profile in our website, so people can find you through our TTC website that we have thousands of visitors every day. Networking opportunities, so we meet at least twice a month to help each other, to support each other, to get to know each other. So we make this community, the bonds more strong. So people tend to do business with people they know, like, and trust. So by getting to know each other, so we refer each other, we collaborate, we partner. So we grow together. We have educational events only for members, gatherings only for members. We have a group of Facebook, LinkedIn, and WhatsApp where you can interact. So because we meet twice a month, if you have something you want to share before the next meeting, you can go on WhatsApp and say, hey guys, who do you know that is based in Japan, right? I have a client who wants to be there. So we know that people that is in our network, in our community, we are in the same space, we are in the same mindset. So we can trust the partnership that is between us, that will deliver this service in standards that we would do ourselves. So you have the opportunity to be a speaker, to host one of our events as well, engage with media heralds. So we have a group of top journalists that they also meet under the TTC. But then once a quarter, we meet together, allies and heralds. So you have the opportunity to engage with these top journalists. You will get featured in our newsletter when you join as well. And when you renew, you will have discounts in courses. And then you will have your logo for a showcase in your website or in your email. So these are the membership levels if you are interested. We start with the small business level, which is if you are one person in your organization or up to 5 people in your organization, is $299 a month. A year, or $37 US a month. And then you have the levels for medium or large if your organization is bigger. Okay, so this gives you all these benefits. And then if you are interested in the course, which is 2 different things, okay? So some people join the allyship and never take the course. Some people take the course and never join the allyship, right? But if you want to do both, it's better that you first join the community, because you will have discount in the course, okay? So I put it here as well for your reference. So you have the programs. Our signature course is a transformational travel design program, which will give you the tools that you can use to design and create transformational travel experiences for your customers or for yourself, of course. You will receive frameworks, best practices, case studies based on the transformation economy. You will have the opportunity to connect with a cohort of professionals from all around the world. So our courses are like, we go deeper. It's theory, but also hands-on implementation. And there is breakout rooms. There is opportunities to learn. You will learn not only from our experts, but also from the members that, you interact with them. You will say, okay, this is what I'm thinking. What's your feedback? What do you see this happening? And then you have a final capstone project that you need to complete to get your certification. Okay, so this is a capstone project that is, again, something that's implementing hands-on real, not only theory. You will use this theory and you will leave the course with something tangible that you can implement straight after to your business. You will be listed in the accredited transformers in our website as well. You will have the logo, which is here as a transformer that you have here in the left. Of course, your clients will be more satisfied. You will have referrals, people, loyalty coming back to you because of the transformation they will have and the care that they will see in your designs. And you will have your values more aligned personally and professionally. So if you are an ally, you will have 15% discount in the course. Okay, so if you want to be an ally, do that first, but it's not a requirement. So what are the two courses that we have? One is starting in the upcoming weeks, the 2nd of December. It's a 5-day intensive. So in 5 days, we go through the whole course, and it starts at 8 a.m. Sorry, this is wrong. 8 a.m. Pacific. It's 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central European time. And then we have a 5-day immersive. So this one is in person. Okay, so the 5-day intensive is virtual via Zoom, like we are now. And the 5-day immersive is in Ecuador. Okay, so it's the same 5-day. And this is happening in February from the 24th to the 28th. And the prices are from 2,500 because depending on the hotels that you will stay, the price may vary. The 5-day intensive is 1,500, and this can be paid in 3 installments with no interest. Okay, so you can pay in 3 times with no interest if you are interested. Of course, we also have, if you want to do something private for you, for your organization, we can do, if the dates don't work for you, we can do this private for you as well. So in case you are wondering, because people ask me sometimes what we get from the course, and here there are some feedback that we had in this case from the founder of Barracuda Group. She said, if your business reflects your personal purpose and you believe it can contribute to the human evolution and also leave a legacy for future generations, the Transformational Travel Design Program will inspire and guide you through the process of designing transformative experience for your clients. And then Eleanor Fish said the course put language to the process that she was witnessing her guests to go through without fully realizing that they were experiencing that. So with the capstone project, she redesigned the whole customer onboarding process to better support the transformation of her clients. And the course was a revelation. So I have some people sometimes asking me for that. So how we use our funds. All the profits are going to the Transformational Travel Institute, which is our sister organization to advance well-being, peace, and eco-consciousness. So it's a non-for-profit organization to help us to continue with our research, innovation, continue with education and program development, to help and support climate action, conservation. We also have grants for communities and scholarships for people that need the scholarship to access to this information, and then go to market as well. So if you are curious about the community and you want to join one of our gatherings, so these gatherings are for allies, for members only, but for being here today in this session, I invite you as my guest to our next gathering. That's happening the 27th of November, at the end of this month. So if you are free Wednesday, 27th of November, at the same time we met today, you can scan this QR code and you will be able to register to one of our gatherings, which is the Coffee and Connect. Okay, so you will understand better. I think it's better to understand when you are inside and you meet the people and you see who is part of the community as well. So that's it, guys. Let's see, I'm gonna take questions now and see if you have any questions from the room. Let me read the chat first. Is there a certification program? Yes, so we get the certification. So when you do the course, you get a certificate at the end. So you are certified by the Transformational Travel Council and you are a graduate or a transformer. So you will have this logo that gives you this credibility in the market that you are certified by the leader in transformational travel.
Along that question, I also was wondering, so as an ITA, I have a profile on Travels Leaders Network, and they have these medallions that you can put on your profile to say that you're certified in a particular form of travel. Is that available as well?
We have this logo that you can put, for example, in my website. I took the course as well myself, and I am a member. I started as a member, as an ally, before I got involved with the team. So I had in my website a picture of me, and I put the logo there. So it's not a medallion, it's like a logo, but I put it like, it's my picture and I have the logo like here, right? So you can do something like that with Canva, or, an edition of the picture. But yes, you have this logo that you can use in the website, in your pictures, in your signature, in your email, etc.
Wonderful.
Thanks for the question, Janine. Okay, what else? Any other questions, guys? Well, ladies, I know. Hi, Jaime, are you still there? I know you were sending me a chat that you had technical difficulties. If you want to introduce yourself, you can do it now as well.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Oh, you're Joshua.
How's
Sorry.
everybody? I'm Joshua.
Okay, Joshua. I didn't see you. How are you?
I'm very well. How's everybody there?
Good. I think you just joined now, but we are finishing the session. So maybe you want to catch the recording.
No, I was I was long. I mean, I joined like 15 after 7. I mean 19:15.
Okay. No
Yeah.
problem. No
I
problem.
was late
Recording.
I was late for 15 minutes, I think,
Okay.
because the
So you were
session
here.
session started at 19 hours exactly, and I got in 15 minutes after.
Great. So
Well,
you got
let
it.
me just say hi to everybody. I'm so glad to have heard all you shared, and I'm willing to be joining anytime that you have any presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. Thanks. Okay. Jaime, I don't think we heard from you either, but no problem. If you want to say hello, otherwise it's okay. You can leave it.
Hi, I know. I'm so sorry about
You are
that.
here. Okay, great.
I am here. I'm here. I'm sorry. I've been here.
I see you now.
Yes, I know. I was having some technical difficulties,
No problem
but
at all.
thank you.
Do you want to introduce yourself very briefly? We didn't hear from you.
Sure. I am a travel advisor with Huckleberry Travel. I'm based in Brooklyn, New York. And I've been in the industry for about 2 years now, and I'm now trying to narrow down, not necessarily like a niche, but more of just a focus based on my own personal journey. So that kind of aligned with the values that I was reading about from your website and from the emails. So I wanted to be here today.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Hi, the name of my agency, I'm a subcontractor with Huckleberry Travel. We're part of Uniqlo Travel Center and the Virtuoso Network. Hi.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, what else? What questions do we have? Even if you think your question is very, sometimes people tell me it's very specific of my situation, but I'm sure other people are thinking about it or maybe having the same questions. So, I'm here, I can answer your questions. So make sure you don't leave with any doubt or any question in your mind.
Danny, could you go back to the last slide for just a minute? The one that had like the New York Times and all the other information. National Geographic.
Let me see. This one? This one you want? Suzanne? Yes? I don't hear you now. Sorry, I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Oh, that's okay. Just if you could make that bigger, because I see all your.
I think I shared the wrong screen. Wait, I think I.
That's okay. No problem. We all live in a Zoom world.
I usually have like 2 screens, and because today I'm traveling, I only have my laptop, and
that's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You sure? Okay, good. In the recording, you will have the video, so you can maybe screenshot from there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know. I'd be super curious because there's a lot of people who are travel agents, like, do they back up a lot of what's being said here around what people are actually looking for? I know for me that would obviously be my kind of value in joining the Transformational Travel Council, but for me, I'm also thinking, okay, how do I? Yeah, I mean, it's an intuitive sense, but for me, this is super early in my journey. I've been planning my work for a long time, but I've just come across the Transformational Travel Council, and it feels like things that I've been intuitively thinking, things that people have been telling me, like, yeah, there's tons of people who are interested in this kind of thing, but I'm only just hearing that secondhand. I'd be super interested to understand from people who are close to clients, is this a thing? Like, how much is this a thing? How much are you seeing this need? Is it just the American public? Is it also kind of relegated also to people with a lot of means? Because we're also looking at different pricing strategies. We're offering potentially very, very high value stuff, but also possibly at the not lower end, because we still would be quite high end, but looking at a range of different prices and different options. I'd just be super curious to kind of get a bit more feedback from people who are close to clients. And
we have our member directory in our website. So if you go to the transformational.travel, and we have the directory, and then you can see by categories. So we have the travel agents there. So there are our members that are travel agents. So feel free to reach out, or if you want me to connect you with somebody and have a chat with them. So if the question is about if there is demand, so I think the transformation economy video will help you to understand that, because we are now in this market. The market is now emerging, right? So I think the transformation economy video from Joseph Pine will help you to understand, and then you can connect with one of the members and see what they have to say.
Okay, was that the video I sent? Because
let me see.
Was it the correct
video?
one
video, but I didn't click.
Which one was it? I'd love to have the link if it was a different one.
The New You Business, yes, this is the New You Business, and then the YouTube video. Correct. Yes, that's it.
It is the right one. Okay,
yes,
fine.
Have the article and the YouTube video. So
I mean, that's why I found you guys, because they talk about you guys in that video.
I see. It's true. Yes, he mentions the TTC. So you can make sure you save the contact. If you didn't put your details, put it now, so you can connect between each other as well on social media or on website or email. My email is sonia@transformational.travel if you want to reach out as well. I will follow up after this call just to say thanks and the links and all that we talk about today here. But yes, I'm available if you have any questions or if you want to come, of course, as a guest in our next gathering. I would love to welcome you, and I would love you to meet the other members as well.
Could you send the invite in the follow-up email, just because I'm on my phone and
Yes,
thank you.
I will.
Okay,
I will.
thank
yes,
you.
the QR link. Okay, so it's everybody happy? Any last minute questions? Last chance? Okay. It was lovely to meet you, everyone. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Milagros.
Tanya.
We catch up.
Sonia, are you arriving to Santiago tomorrow?
Yes, I'm arriving to Santiago at in the morning.
Okay, do you have my email?